Hello, I am Ben, and I'm going to be doing math tutorials over the course of this school year for grade 6s. So, um, you know, math tutorials, great. So now, math tutorials, they're going to help you with math, obviously. It's good. It might be good for you to get your parents, tell them, oh, hey, look, I'm watching Ben do math tutorials. Yay. So, they can kind of learn the ways we do math now so that they can help you in the future with math. So, for my first tutorial, I'm going to be doing a form of multiplication called rectangle. Now, in case you haven't noticed, I'm using Smartboard technology to film and to film my math tutorials. And yeah, I'm using a smartboard as well as a laptop and wireless headphones so I can, actually talk to you and you can hear me. So, rectangle. So, rectangle, as the name implies, is drawing a big rectangle. And so, I'm going to be helping you do multiplication by introducing this new form called rectangle. So, enough with the jibber jabber. I'm gonna get started. So, 32 times 48. So you might want to get a piece of paper and kind of follow me along with this, just so that you can do this firsthand and understand exactly how it works, because I can only say so much. But you can experience it, therefore never forget it. So the first thing you do in rectangle is draw a rectangle, obviously, and put your numbers up top, like so, and down the side, like so. Now, rectangle is all about drawing a rectangle based on what your numbers are. For example, if I had something like 306 times 54, instead of doing a rectangle with 4 squares, I would do one with 6. So 306 times 54. So, how many columns and rows you have is based on how many digits each number has. So, I'm going to ask you, what if you had a 4-digit number by a 3-digit number? Draw on your piece of paper how that rectangle would look. So pause this so you can draw it. If you're not following along with a piece of paper, I recommend you get one now. If you still don't want to, I can't control that. So pause it because I'm about to show you how it's going to work. So a 3-digit by a 4-digit number would look something like this. If you got that right, then good, you're ready for the next step. If you didn't, you might want to try again, or watch this part of the tutorial again, just so you can, get a grab on it. So, the next step for rectangle is separating your boxes into triangles. like so. And you gotta make sure that all of your lines are going this way, and it has to be this way so that rectangle will work. So the lines that I just drew have to be going down and to the left. They can't be like that, because then it'll screw the whole thing up, unless you're doing this mirrored, but it will be a lot more complicated. Anyways, so now what you want to do is multiply something like you would do if you were using a multiplication chart. You know how you have this multiplication chart, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I failed that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then you've got this separated. And it's like, oh, 1 times 1 is 1. Oh, 1 times 2 is 2. Oh, 1 times 3 is 3. Oh, 1 times 4 is 4. Excuse me. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. You know how you kind of go in that L shape? So if I want 2 times 2, I gotta go this way and find the other 2, and that'll be my answer. So it's something like that, in the sense that first I do 2 times 4. See how it kind of goes in that L shape? So, and I fill it in this box. Now you might be wondering, well, there's 2 sections there, where do I fill it in? So first I'm going to get rid of this black circle. You might be wondering, well, there's 2 sections there, where do I fill it in? So what you do is you fill it in both. Now don't go ahead and put the answer 2 times in each triangle, because that's not what I mean. Instead, what I mean is you're going to put the tens column up here and the ones column down here. So, to demonstrate, I'm going to do the first part. Now my rectangle looks ugly, but oh well. So 2 times 4 is 8. So is there anything in the tens column? There is not. So I put a 0 here, and there's 8 ones. Next I go down, so I go 2 times 8. So 2 times 8 is 16, so I put my tens column up here, my ones column down here. Now a lot of people aren't getting this, or they don't know how to do it, or, you know, whatever. So just watch me, and it'll really, really help if you do this, like, follow me. So do this while I'm doing it also, so that you've experienced this firsthand and you know how to do it for future. Because studies show that if you do it with the video, it will be implanted in your brain. So next, we go left. So we do 3 times 4, staying in that L shape. And 3 times 4 is 12. So, before I do this, I want to see how you do it. So, fill it in on yours. Pause it right now so you can fill it in on your sheet. Excuse me, I have a cough today. And pause this, fill it in on your sheet. I'll do it, and let's see if we get the same thing. And pause now. Okay, so we put the tens column up here, which is the 1. The ones column down here, which is the 2. Now we go down. 3 times 8 is 24. Tens column up here, ones column down here. Now you may think, well, okay, great, I've got a grid of numbers. Well, what do I do now? How do I get the answer? It's very simple, yet complicated at the same time. This is why I don't recommend rectangle, because there are many ways that you can mess up. So if you'll notice, I have kind of made diagonal lines of numbers. So here I've got the 0, the 2, and the other 2 all in a line going down that way. I have the 8, the 1, and the 4 in a line going down that way. I have the 6 in a line going that way, and I have the 1 in a line going that way. So, since we have these perfect little lines of numbers, what do you think we're going to do with those? Talk to your parents and see if you guys can get it. And pause and talk to your parents. Pause. So, you may have guessed this, you may have not. We're going to add up these rows. So, the only thing in here is 6, so we put it down below. And we put it down below our grid, where the row is kind of going. See how the row kind of ends in this little section, so that's where we put the 6. 8 plus 1 plus 4 is 13, so we're going to put the answer in this little section and carry the 1 to the next column. Don't forget to carry that 1, because it's very important in getting this answer, or else you will screw up and fail. So, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, and 1. Now you may be thinking, again, I have a bunch of numbers. How do I read it, or how do I know the answer? It's very simple. You're going to go down and around that way. So that's how you read the number. In case you haven't noticed, it's 1,536. So that is the rectangle way to multiply. I hope you liked it. To be honest, I don't like it at all. I find it very impractical. So if you just hate that and you're looking at this video and you're going, oh my gosh, I hate that. If you're doing that, I've got more surprises for you, because I'm going to be filming more ways to multiply so that you don't have to do the one you hate. I'm going to be doing 2 others, including the traditional one. But until then, thank you for watching.